Daddy Chick achievements. Work hard. Play harder.
Hello, my weird and wonderfuls. Today I'm doing a guide for Return to Grace. Sort of like a sort of narrative story driven type game, but it's easy, 1000. So I quite enjoyed this. So this is published by Creative Bytes Studios, developed by Creative Bytes Studios. It's currently £12.49 for me on today's date, which is the 4th of June, 2024.
Stick's not responding.
So I'm just going to let this play out. We will basically just be grabbing the handle to the right of us.
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9, oh, there it is.
Obviously, this is free to play on Game Pass,
Please respond.
so take advantage of that.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35
Once
hours
the
of
dialogue
oxygen
has
to make
exhausted, we're going to pull that
from the
lever.
spot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have
Alan,
enough to...
it's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
So we grab it with A, pull down with our left trigger,
Seriously.
not trigger,
Stupid piece of junk.
stick.
I'm right here.
So on our left wrist, we will be following the blip.
Visibility's terrible.
We
Any
want
sign of
to
the fire?
interact with a couple of weather stations.
Just the original beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point, if there is one.
All right. Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here. I can't believe this storm. Where would this have come from?
There is record of ancient terraforming on other moons.
Okay, so directly in front of us is the first weather station. Examine it with the A button.
There's something man-made here. Looks like a weather station, or maybe a seismic station. It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea Dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan. There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't be much sense of building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
Once we're over the bridge, we're going to head up the cliff face in front of us.
This looks climbable. Which way here?
So we're going to head right here across the next bridge. We're going to examine this rock structure to the left of us. That should give us an achievement. Just slow to pop for me, I think.
Oh no! Yep, there goes the back again.
What happened?
Fell
Okay,
into
so
the
once we've
sister.
fallen down,
Looking for a new way to reach the spire.
we'll be
Or at least
coming
some
up
place
to
where we
the
can
second
find my
weather
body.
station. This is a very linear path. Gonna squeeze through.
Looks a little tight. It's opened up again.
Okay, directly in front of us is the second weather station. So examine with the A button.
So
That's those two located.
icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity. The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much longer.
We're close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
I find a lot of the achievements pop after the dialogue has exhausted itself, so that's why they're slow to pop.
This has to be
But if we stay in the area, obviously once they've finished talking, that's usually when it shall pop.
There's a destroyed surface ladder.
So we've got a couple of achievements there in a row.
I can't imagine
Nice.
something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old.
So we're going to head left into this hole in the wall.
Doesn't seem possible. I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to.
Did you make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec. I'm in. All right, Grace.
Here we're going to
Let's
go
find out what you've been up to
right.
for 900 years.
And then left and go through the little hole. The crawl space.
Hope my light still works.
Once we've got our flashlight, we're going to go right. No, we're not. We're going to go forward.
You should see this spooky
Sorry,
tunnel
there's a
I'm
little
down.
bit of a
Why would I
maze
want that?
section,
Come on, you're not excited?
but I believe I went different ways on my master
10
account,
years
so
of research, not to mention 6
you're
months
going
of
to end
space
up in the
flight
right
to pay it
place,
off.
I think, anyway. So,
Don't ruin this for me.
but here I do choose to go right,
Looks like a bit of a labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
then
Loud and clear,
left,
buddy.
then right. Obviously, I'm following the
Structure
clip on
looks
my
like it's in
wrist.
position.
Another good sign.
Then,
Everything about
right.
this place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
left.
Say it, Addie.
Go through the
I've
gap,
hopes dashed before.
and directly in front of us should be another crawl space. Okay, here it's actually left, but I think I go right. But it's the left-hand side we want to go to, and just turn right here, and there should be a hole in the fan.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
We can mosey on through.
Jeez, that's got to be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on
Math,
Earth,
math. It's probably fine.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
Indestructible. She must be made out of Teflon or something. So we're just going to head forward again. And then we should be to the main area with the control panel, and obviously we're going to slip and fall here. Spoiler.
This is slick.
Addie?
Oh no. Whoa.
Are you hurt, Addie?
I'm working on it. The structure is enormous. This has to be the Gray Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
So we head through this very
I found the beacon.
weird looking
Transmitters on
console
some sort of
area.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
We will need to turn around in a little while once we've done what we need to do on the console.
The
And then, yeah, we're going to turn around and there'll be like a vent on the floor, and we'll use that to get out of this area.
The meter will indicate when you are close. Watch the meter closely and move your hands slowly to find the position. First position is locked. Second calibration position is up.
So this is like that mini game we had before. So just move your blip to the correct position so all the lights on the left hand side reach the green.
That's it. We're in. Accessing the network now.
I was distracted, so I wasn't looking at the screen for a moment then. So we're going to get trapped in here, but we just turn directly behind us, and that will be the little grate on the floor that you need to interact with.
A visitor.
But I didn't look there first, so
Where's Alan?
it was the last grate I kind of found.
Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you Grace?
So this is the grate we want. Once the dialogue has exhausted itself, we can open that up and pull the lever left to right until we reach the top.
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
This must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
So once the floor panel is open,
Do you
we
know where
just
Grace
go
is at?
left to right until we reach the top.
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
I am running on a very old server.
I'm going to post this guide along with part 2,
Ushered in humanity's golden
because I'm going to
age.
leave you in a
System,
section where we're going to get some
planetary
achievements.
trade, scientific marvels.
But obviously I can't have my videos too long, otherwise it crashes and fails,
Sorry, I don't remember.
and
Well, you're a
that
lot better
hurts
than
my
I am,
heart.
which is usually-
So we're basically going to go into a section with a new AI voice, and we can get a few achievements in there, but I'm stopping it here after a few of these
What do I do?
panels.
This is a security
So
panel.
with this panel, we're going to make a square and then remove
Simple enough.
the tiniest squares that we don't need. So in the center, we're going to put a square, dead bang in the
9
middle.
buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now. Till we have a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic
So I'm going to leave the commentary here. All we're going to do
The server can also run
is
programs
head up
dedicated to
the
controlling
elevator,
and a third system
and
dedicated
I
solely to
believe just look at a
emphasizing
door,
and understanding humans.
and then it will
When
open.
power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online.
Like I said, I shall post part 1 of Return to Grace
This
at the
looks like
same
your tower.
time I post
The power
part 2.
system is set into the
So
spine of
anyone
the
following doesn't have to
Foundations
wait,
don't
they
work in
can
an
just
asteroid,
get
right?
cracking
Most
onto this
certainly.
next section
About 50
immediately.
cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
But yeah, so we're going to go down,
Most of Grace's
there'll be a
origins
door, we're
talk
going to
about an
interact with
asteroid
that,
being formed from the
and
heavens. Makes sense.
head on to the new
Wouldn't be any
section
construction
with the
resources
new
on Earth to
AI
help
voice.
anchor the structure.
Okay, hope you
I
like
imagine
this
you have to
guide.
keep people interested to
This
masturbate
will
that
probably
way.
take about
We don't do anything like
2 hours
that.
to do. So not long at all, really, for 1,000. Okay, so I'll leave it here and see you all in part 2. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.
Can you open this?
With some difficulty, I will need to direct power from logic to control processing, and I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addie.